Right now in my truck, I keep a 22 under the seat. However, recently, I've been shooting stuff with it and not exactly killing them. I need a new truck gun, so today we're going out to gun stores, going out to pawn shops, testing different calibers and ballistics gel, and we're gonna be finding me a new truck gun. And between pawn shops, we're gonna be opening up fan mail. And it should be interesting because one of them 100% has something dead in it. I can smell it right now. And at the end of the video, I have a very special gun on the way and we're gonna be picking up. It is insane. And I made a huge mistake by buying it. And so really, this is where the story starts. I have to do a little bit of digging. It's somewhere in here. Got fishing pole, zip ties, a Porter cable battery, Scooby-Doo tackle box, and last but definitely not least, my truck gun. Now right now, it's nothing too crazy. It's a Ruger 1022, bought it at Walmart. The thing's an absolute killer. You shoot anything right between the eyes with it and it dies really fast. However, my problem has been coming whenever things aren't exactly right over there. You know, maybe they're 150, 200 yards away. And the things I'm talking about, I'm talking things like pests, like a coyote, like maybe even a groundhog, even an opportunity to kill like a squirrel, like in season at least. But regardless, this thing's a killer under 80 yards. Past that, I really lose my ability to just pop something and put it on the ground, you know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna need something a little bit bigger. But first, we're gonna take this thing out with some ballistics gel, shoot it into it, see what kind of damage it is. That way, whatever we do buy, we can actually test them side by side to see the damage. I mean, because we want something with more damage and more range. Well, let's head on back in the field, let's shoot this thing. Hello, how the doggies doing? How is Major Amos, Rey Mysterio, Ed Special, and Soap doing? Hey! Oh, what is that? Oh my gosh! Just chilling in the road? Bro! It appears that guard dog Steve has got a kill confirmed. Good for him. Gray Fox down, I guess. Protecting them chickens. Anyways, I think I found the field. A lot of people will shoot into ballistics gel really close to the target, but I'm gonna set the gel out about 40 or 50 yards where the things we're gonna be shooting are actually gonna be at. Maybe even 60, honestly. Because the things I've been taking shots at lately have been about that range. Maybe even out to 100, really. And that is where a 22 really starts to just drop off. And it's a little dirty, but we can still see damage. And we've also got Cody here now. So he's gonna be going gun shopping with us. We'll back up about 60, 70. It should be about good average range to compare both of them. All right, I'll try it right here. At that range, I should be able to hold right at the top of the gel and let it drop to the middle. I think we got it. And one thing about this gun, it is not suppressed, which really isn't a problem. But if we get a 17, if we can, I'd like to try it with a suppressor. But we'll see what the gun store has. As for new or used, I'd rather have used if it's a little cheaper, but I don't know if they'll have that many. We'll see what we got though here. First of all, did I hit the target? I did not. So I guess let's go back and do it again. We'll scoot back to like 40, I guess. Cody, are you thinking about buying a gun? You looking for anything?
I would like a 410 pump or over and under.
Okay. At this range, I should be able to hold dead on it. All right, that time I heard it hit. Should be good. Y'all had the slow-mo footage, but it went right through here. It only went about that far, which is also enough to kill mostly everything, especially if you hit it in the head. However, here's the problem. If I shoot a coyote in the head at 140 yards, it's still gonna die with this. If I shoot a coyote at 140 yards in the lungs, or maybe even a less desirable shot, one lung, all I'm working with is this little bitty line that goes through the lungs. It's not really explosive, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. I want something that can do a little bit more in case I don't get a perfect shot every time. But that's our baseline. Here it is. Remember what it looks like. Whatever we do get, we want to be able to get better performance than that and at a lot longer range. We want to go stronger than a 22, but we don't want to go so big that it's like a high-powered like 308. We still don't want to make a lot of noise when we're shooting. What do you think a good option may be? A little bit bigger, but not big.
What is it, a 22 Magnum?
Yeah, that
if
could.
You can find one.
Yeah. That'd be a really good option. That or a 17 are both real good options. Yeah, I think a 17 will be easier to find. All right, so I'll move some of this stuff around. Let me try my best to show you what the difference is. Let me teach you guys a little bit about how bullets work, I guess. What we need to know about this is all right here. Your average 22 bullet is 36 grains of metal moving at 1,280 feet per second. That means it has 131 foot-pounds of energy and it draws 5.6 inches at 100 yards. This is a 17. Let me read the stats on this. This one shoots a 17 grain bullet, but shoots it at 2,500 feet per second, which turns out to be 136 foot-pounds of energy, but at 100 yards and only 2 inches of drop. So this one was 131 foot-pounds at the muzzle and only 82 at 100 yards. First pawn shop. Here we go.
Thank you.
Right now we're just looking around for a 17 or a 22 Magnum. Yeah, no 22 Magnum. Maybe a 17 if we take a look. Okay.
It was a Savage Axis 1718 model.
Okay. How much are 17s going for about now?
That one, which it had a nice scope with it, was I think around 3.
Okay.
22 mags. I think they're going to thin out.
You think 17s kind of took their spot?
I think so. I ain't seen a 22 mag. I mean, we'll get 10 17s for probably for every 22 Magnum we get. And most 22 mags we get are older guns too.
Yeah.
So,
Just not as popular, I guess.
no.
Not really a need for that, whatever
Not
they
for
do.
both, I don't think.
Yeah. I will say, I think I'd rather have a 17. They shoot a little bit faster, which means they don't drop as much at range. So you can hold normal farther. Anyways, and they do about the same damage too, so not a big deal. Update, change of plans. Walmart has guns, we're going here. I always forget about Walmart, although realistically, it's probably one of the best places for the best price. That's actually where I got the 22 that we shot already in this video right here. It was really good, really good. Killed a lot of animals with it. Probably shouldn't say that too loud. Watermark. Here's the thing, if Walmart has a 17, we know it's going to be at a good price. But it's just going to see, does it meet my other criteria, which we'll go over in a minute if I haven't already. Insert anything else but Morgan Wallen here. I do not see a 17. I see some lever actions. I see some bigger guns. Actually,
What's that say?
that is a 22. So really close, but not exactly. And then looking at the rest of it, honestly, looking kind of thin. But sometimes you will pop in here and they will have some really, really cool guns. But it's just looking like not exactly today. Tell you what we need to do. If we have any Walmart buyers out there, let's figure out how to get a KG pocket knife in the Walmart counter. Hit me up. Send me an email. Let's make it happen. Anyways, they don't have a 17. We're leaving. What the heck is that? Walmart, I would say that you let me down, but you didn't let me down. You just didn't have what I needed today. Now we're going to open up a piece of fan mail. All right, so we got 3 different boxes we're going to be opening throughout the day. This one has something that we think's dead in it, mainly because it smells really bad, and you can see a big wet spot here. Okay, not sure what the wet is, but we're going to save that one for a little bit later. First, we got these 2 boxes. Which one do you think, Cody? Long or big?
Big.
All right, we'll open it first. This one's coming from Trenton Baker, all the way from Missouri. Open it up, KG pocket knife. KendallGrabOutdoors.com, first link in the description, or scan the QR code here. Okay, we'll see what we can do, boys. First thing I see, we got a trap. This looks like an old vector trap. Pretty cool, good for rats and raccoons and possums. We'll set it just like that. Got some dust came off of it. You set it just like that. And we'll tilt that jaw forward a little bit, make it lay flat. This is probably a little bit small for something like a coyote, but for like a muskrat, this is about as good as it gets. So that's awesome. Then we got something in a Browning thing. I think there may have been something in the Browning thing, but we also got this little multi-tool. Definitely good to have. Let's see, we got a belt buckle. I'd rather be fishing. We got a lamp, I think. Okay. And then we got a knife. We got some fishing baits, shotgun shells, another big fishing bait. So yeah, pretty solid. On to the next pawn shop, still on the search for a good old 17. Update, we made a pit stop. So I like to eat.
I got you. I'll be right back.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
All right, the true mission has been succeeded, but we do need to talk about what I'm actually looking for in a 17, because that is important. All right, so here's the deal. For a 17, I want a short barrel, since I'm going to be welding it right through here. I need short barrel, threaded barrel, accurate. Not asking for a lot, but we are asking for a little bit. This is a truck gun that has a very different purpose. Pretty much varmints only. Opportunity varmints too. So let's head on to the next one and we'll be on our way. A lot more guns than the other two places we've been so far. And a lot more of all kinds too. I'm thinking the kinds we may be looking for might just be right here. That one looks pretty 17-ish. That one looks really cool. Could be something over here too. There's just a Barrett chilling. Cool deal. But take a look at the tags. 17 WSL. Now that's crazy. 22. This one might be a 17. 17 HMR. $2.99. But it doesn't have a threaded barrel. Deal breaker. 22 Magnum with a threaded barrel. Okay. That could be potential, but ammo is getting a little harder to find. Oh boys, we may have what we was looking for right there. See that Bergarda bolt action in the background? That might just be a 17.
It's a big bold barrel.
I think we definitely got something right here. We're just looking for a threaded 17 bolt action with an overall pretty short barrel. I think we're gonna find it.
This is you.
Is that a 17? Pink too. We're gonna keep looking around. We're probably gonna move back around that side. Check that out. We're gonna have to get some help though. They did not have what we needed. They had threaded barrels. They had short guns. They had 17s, but not all in the same gun. They did have a 22 Magnum. That would actually be perfect. However, kind of steering away from a 22 Magnum right now. I feel like 17 ammo is just easier to come by. I feel like ballistically and killing wise, they're pretty similar, and that probably shouldn't turn me away. But we still got some more gun stores to go to. As for your 410 pump findings, where you at on it? Find anything good? Any options at all?
They had a, was it Mossberg?
Yeah.
They did not have.
They had a Mossberg 500, 410, looking really good, but no choke. It just had a...
It had a permanent full choke.
Yeah.
I guess the barrels are full. I don't know how that works. That, and then they had some Benellis, but they don't make a 410 apparently.
Which is wild.
They only make 28s.
All right, guys, about to head into another pawn shop. But first, we have another package. This one's coming from R. Montgomery. It's in a very interesting box, and I don't know what it might be. I don't even got a clue what it might be. But inside, we actually have some really cool stuff. We got one Bible, survival handbook, worst case. Oh, I got it. And I believe we have another Bible. So that is a pretty good haul right here. All right, guys, just came out of the pawn shop. Here's what happened. First of all, one of the only stores I've ever seen selling shells per shell. Okay, very interesting on that one. Also, we ended up seeing a 17 that's short with a threaded barrel, and I said I'll take it. We didn't end up leaving with the gun. We'll just leave it at that. We're heading out of here. I've got a plan, though. All right, guys, we're back at the homestead. We unfortunately did not find a buyable 17 HMR. However, that brings us back to here. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and pull out the one that I already have. All right, boys, here is the 17 HMR that I had the entire time. You may be asking, well, then why was you trying to go buy one? I don't know. Fine. But this here is the 17 HMR that I currently have. It's a Ruger American. It's super cool. It is unloaded. And this thing is mean. It's got a burst optic right now on it. We're going to take it outside. I'm going to put a suppressor on it for, I think, probably the first time. We'll see how loud it is. And then we'll shoot it into that gel and see. However, there's one thing that's really important. There's two things you need to know. First of all, we've not opened the dead critter package yet. We don't know what that's it. Also, we are still going to the gun store again in this video. But like I mentioned in the intro, there is still a really cool gun that we gotta go pick up. The plan was to actually go pick it up today. But it's Monday, and that gun store closes on Monday. So basically what I'm saying is that we still got to go pick up that gun. So there is still an opportunity to get another 17. I like to have a couple. Just in case one goes down, another one's ready to jump in its place. And two guns are better than one. Let's take this thing outside and let's shoot it. And then we'll open the dead critter box. I used to legit hunt with this thing all the time. And I was like, this is my new the gun. But what would happen is that it's got blue right here. So that means it's blued. And it was actually so smooth that I'd be walking on the sling and it just pop open and eject a shell. That's the only reason why this is not the gun that you see me shooting all the time. It's because it just didn't work out the way I was wanting it to. And it would just eject a shell when I'd put it on a sling. But for that reason, I'm out. All right, let's go shoot. All right, here's the dead animal box. We'll open it in just a second. But first, I want to show you a little bit about what makes a 17 different. And I want to show you the bullets up close. It's probably the best way I can do it. All right. So this right here is a 22 LR. That's what you see me shoot all the time. That's what we was shooting earlier. However, this right here is a 17 HMR. They are different. Just the shape of the bullet, how big the bullet is, how much powder there is, really makes the difference. And so you heard, roll the replay, you can hear this one shooting. Now listen to this one shooting. That sounds like a gun went off. All right, I remember why I didn't choose this one as well. The casings get stuck. That's a big problem that I cannot deal with. Or not whenever it's game time and I need to be killing and not working on a gun. Luckily, we have a KG pocket knife today, so I should be able to save the day. But that's another reason why I don't think I really like this gun. I knew that this was a good gun, but I also remembered there was some stuff about it that I really didn't like. So I don't know if that's a bullet problem. I don't know if that's a Ruger problem. If you work for Ruger, help me. Now I'll shoot it once with the suppressor on it. All right, so now we're good. We got the suppressor on it. We will see if we can hear a difference. That ain't bad. That's pretty good. It did get stuck again though, so that's a serious problem. We can't be sticking a knife in this gun every single time we take a shot. It may work short term, but long term, either we're going to have to get this fixed or we're going to find a different gun. So I do think we're probably going to end up finding a different 17, try to get this one worked on. Because the 17, whatever gun I choose, I need it to work real good. We'll scoot back and we'll shoot into the gel though. It looks pretty cool with the suppressor though.
It does.
I don't know if it's going to be too long.
It's a big suppressor.
It is a big suppressor. That one's made for 5.56. With the suppressor, I'm not going to say it's shoot them off the courthouse roof quiet. Pigeons, I'm talking. I don't know if you could shoot it in town. I'm going to shoot this one straight to the block, and this is going to be a real big test to see what kind of damage we can do. You could hear the difference.
Yeah.
You could hear this one hit the target. That's that extra like 40 pounds of energy. And that one popped out. We might be okay. I've had guns before to where they stick, they don't spit out the shells, and then all of a sudden they start ejecting. As of right now, my prediction is that we're probably gonna end up buying one online and picking it up at the gun store whenever we pick up the new really cool gun. Yeah, this is why we're using 17. A lot different. If you look at the perfect angle, you can see the difference. Penetration-wise, the 17 went about half as far. But if you look at the damage done, it's that big black spot about the size of like a quarter, which translates to damage. Essentially, the difference is instead of a pinhole going all the way through, it kind of goes in a little bit and explodes. So this right here is the 17. It kind of goes in and you can see the bullet actually starts falling apart. It doesn't go as deep. It doesn't really penetrate. But once it hits, it explodes. So it didn't penetrate much less, but it translated its energy different. Instead of just going a little bit further, it just exploded the bullet. Which if you hit a coyote in the lungs, it's going to go in a little bit and explode right where the lungs and heart is. That's why they're really devastating. Usually whenever you kill something with a 17, it's not still wiggling after the shot. It's pretty much immediately dead. So just that right there is why we're wanting to go with a 17. But for right now, let's open up this dead animal box and see what's actually in it. All right, I don't know what's in it. Oh, this is real bad. Who did it come from? This came from James Lee, also from Missouri. It's got bugs all in it right now. So I don't know if that was part of the package or if whatever was in the package was eaten by them. I don't know what's in this bag, but that's what the letter says. Recipe, 2 buns, 6 dried crickets, and 2 frog legs. Come on, James, what are we doing here? Feet in the tube, meat in the club, poop lunchbox. This is cryptic. Should I be scared right now? Oh, I got hate mail. Your videos are so bad. For one, bubble gum. Tackle box, aka lucky box. It's just so bad. Puffer fish. All right, cool. I got hate mail. Something's definitely dead in this bag. Okay, so we got a box. I think that's the poo-poo. And then he gave me a straw and a fork to drink it with. And then we got a piece of insulation and a tea bag with poop in it. Now we got some crickets that Daryl's gonna have to eat. Let's go feed them to Daryl, see if he likes them. Come on, Daryl. Chick, 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 chick. Come on, Daryl. Come on, eat the cricket. There we go. There we go, Daryl. And you know what the best part is that Jesse, he's not really a hater. He actually loves the videos. We'll see you guys in a couple days. It should be time we can go head back to the shop and pick up the really cool gun. All right, guys, it is 2 days later. The gun store is now open and the gun is here. This is gonna be a really cool gun. I don't want to hype it up too much, but it's really cool. So we're heading into the gun store, picking up Cody as well. And I guess there's also still a chance to pick up a 17. I will say this, I shot around that other 17 a little bit more. It started ejecting, and I mean, as long as that gun will eject the shells, it should be good to go for under a seat. It may actually be a legit gun, but I wouldn't be opposed to getting another 17. Let's head on down to the gun store. This should be really cool. All right, we're here. Do I have any 17s? HMRs? No.
Don't get them much.
Is that one Ruger bolt action? Is it a 22 mag or just a 22?
22 LR.
Okay. We may have something cool to pick up.
I seen that.
Can you get it and we look at it over here first?
I didn't put it together or anything.
Oh, it's in pieces?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. We can make that work. We got that. We'll just they don't know what it is yet, so we'll just show them this and let them try to figure out the rest. Why did I get this?
For fun.
I guess. And here's the barrel.
My buddy's got one. I don't know if he's ever shot it though.
How shall we put it on? Do you know?
Looks like it just, well, you have to clip this off right
Yeah,
here.
we'll do that. All right, there's that coming off. Didn't they make these to where you can like take the barrel on and off pretty quick so that they
Yeah,
can...
I assume it's up to military spec.
That may be it right there.
That's all you do.
That's all you do. That way if you burn out a barrel by shooting too much, you can just...
The
this
Germans actually came up with the design, I believe, in World War II.
You can pull
Pretty cool.
this,
And then
pull the
there you go.
barrel out, and then if you need to, put another barrel on.
What it is you're meant to have two barrels with you, pull one out real quick, put another one in, and start sending more rounds.
Oh yeah. I don't have nothing like this, so this is all different to me.
You can go hunting with it.
Yeah.
At least once.
It don't matter. Let's see, we gotta figure out how to work this big thing. Never had anything like this before. It's gonna take us a minute to figure out how to shoot it, but
Once you get it going, though, it's going to be fun.
it'll be real cool.
Are you going to put a scope on it?
I don't know. Let me look at the sides.
Because I believe they usually have a scope on it.
The sides are cool. Check those out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just like Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah.
Makes me feel like it.
Imagine carrying that in the field, dude.
I know. Not to forget that.
Oh, that's another...
full of 100 or 200 things. And this was the Gen 2, so you can actually put in an AR mag too. Just,
oh, really?
I guess it sounds like a good feature. Just if you get in a pinch, yeah, you can pull a mag out of that for a second. One of those. Maybe this way, right in there.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
That
That's
way
pretty
you can
cool.
write it like that. It's like the Captain America's Bucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ran this with a thing in the side. It's a pretty iconic gun, I guess. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. We'll see what's in there. I hope it's the links, because I don't have any links and I don't know where to buy them at. I don't know where to buy them at. Oh yeah, let's see what we got. There we go. That's our links. So we'll be able to link in, we'll do this at home, we'll be able to link in a shell. That way as we shoot it, they just keep feeding in.
Well, the question is, do you need ammo for it?
I think I got plenty.
Oh.
They'll probably burn through it, but.
This may require tutorial ability.
Yeah, I'd say definitely.
Not many people have these.
Yeah. All right, I'll catch you guys at the house. All right, guys, we're back home. Saw's ready. We got the links. We got some ammo. Let's run it out and see if we can figure out how to make it work. I'd say we probably can. We mount it right there. Looks pretty good. This could be a bad purchase. It could be a good purchase. All depends on how you perceive it, I guess. Here's the thing. As for video plans, if I had some really cool videos to do with this gun, it would make sense. However, I figured I'd just get it and then figure out what videos I can make with it later. It's pretty cool looking.
So we mount it.
It don't even have the chain hanging out. It looks cool. Let's go ahead. We'll put some links together and let's see if we can figure out how to shoot this thing. As big as the gun is, it only shoots that, which isn't actually small, but maybe not as big as you may have been thinking. I'm not going to load up the entire chain just because that means I have to pull out about 100 bullets, and I don't want to do that right now. But I will show you how these work, these links. So they're all separate. And the way you do it is by putting one and one. I got to figure out which way this goes. And this is the lead. I'm just going by trying to figure this out. I think this is the lead clip, maybe?
There's a single one clip on there? Because right there's got a hole in it, like it would.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna watch a YouTube video on it because I do not know how this works. All right, so I believe we got it figured out. So basically, every single one leads to the next one. And we're just gonna be building this belt, building this belt, building this belt, building this belt. I'm sure that the Army has like a machine that can do this a lot faster than we can. And I'm not sure how this one's gonna do it, but I'm pretty sure every time you shoot, one of these just goes flying. So I think that these are kind of disposable, but I think you can probably pick them up if you want to. That's the beginning of our belt. Let's see if we can load it, and then we'll get going from there. Every time is a new step. Uh-oh. I don't know what just happened. I'm gonna grab your pro though.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, yeah, we had a real nice jam that first time. So that bullet's probably, we probably don't need to use it. Make sure it goes in there. It did not do it right. I think I have to push this down. All right, I think we're good to go now. Ready?
Sure.
It's all right. I feel like we have some cool ideas. I might be able to work with it. Let me see how fast I can pull the trigger. See how fast I might be able to get it.
It's hard to hold it up the whole time.
Yeah, the trigger's definitely big. Interesting.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, something to get used to. It's a whole new system. I'm gonna pick these things up and reuse them. I don't know how much these cost or anything, but what it does is it just pretty much ejects these like shells. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna load up a few. I'm not gonna load up a ton. I'm just gonna load up a few and I'll shoot it with the bipod and then we'll go from there. I'll see if I can hit something with it. I've got some targets down there. I'll see if I can hit them.
Yep.
All right. Is it a purchase? Did I make a mistake? It's a little bit bigger than a 17 HMR, but I like it. I think it's cool. Comment below what you think would be a good idea for KG to do with a M249 saw. I'm satisfied. I like it. I think it's cool. All right, guys, it's cold. That's pretty much it. See you later.